Hi everyone, my name is Farah Ahmad and I'm the VP of Sales and Customer Success at Valsoft. Valsoft is a vertical software integration company and we are based in Montreal. I'm joined today by Amanda Hornburg from one of our subsidiaries, MacPractice. Thank you, Amanda. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Amanda Hornburg, and I'm the Director of Product Development here at MacPractice. I've been with MacPractice for almost 15 years, so got a lot of MacPractice under my belt.
So you and I know a lot about MacPractice, but for our viewers and any prospective clients who may not know about MacPractice, who is MacPractice and what do you do and what is your role at MacPractice?
MacPractice is a practice management software company for doctors, dentists, chiropractors, and optometrists. I started with MacPractice in support in our support department, and I worked with them for quite a while. And then I was able to move up to working with our development team, and now I'm leading our development team. So that's how I got started.
That's wonderful. And I think it's something that certainly most of us as patients, when we do need care, we don't quite realize all that goes into the technology for healthcare practices to run efficient services and allow their patients to really, focus on the care they're being given and allow the caregiver to focus on that care and not the technology. So it's great to learn more about those practice management solutions. Um, you are such a phenomenal kind of person in your attitude. What brings you into work every day, and what brings your team into work every day?
What brings me into work every day is my team. I love working with my team. We have a team of brilliant engineers, QA, and project managers that we work so well together. But our team comes into work every day to provide better software for our customers. In the recent 6 months that I've been in this position, we've really molded our culture into what we want it to be, which is really exciting for us because we had not a whole lot of culture in the past sometimes, and it was like a normal everyday go to work, get off, go to work, and we're really trying to make it fun. We're starting to learn and understand what the customers need and how they want to use our product.
I love hearing that. It's all about the customer and learning about what they need and how to best deliver that for their reality. So I understand there's 4 products, right, at MacPractice. What are those products and high level, what do they solve for?
We have 4 products for different specialties within the industry. And so we have MacPractice MD, which is for our medical offices, which spans across multiple specialties. We have MacPractice DDS, which allows for our dental providers to use MacPractice. MacPractice DC, which is for our chiropractors, and MacPractice 2020, which is for our optometrists and ophthalmologists. We try to deliver a tailored experience for the most part for each of those specialties. We have a lot of customization options for them within MacPractice. One of the huge benefits for our software is it is on premise. That means that the practice owns their data. They have their MacPractice server in their office, and they have that data sitting on that server, so they can take control of how their data is being used within their office.
Certainly, we hear a lot about the cloud, but as you just described, there's still a lot of benefits to on-premise software. Talk to me a little bit about what are the advantages of moving to the cloud, and what are also some of the disadvantages. And I understand there are plans to migrate, so I'd love to kind of hear more about that.
Yeah, we do have plans to migrate to the cloud. Obviously, with the on-premise, the big benefit there is owning your own data. But with the need to move to the cloud, that also creates owning your own data creates a lot of hardware and maintenance expenses when you're trying to run your own server. And moving to the cloud does allow for you to focus more on your patients instead of having to worry about, did I back up last night or things like that. So our engineering team is very aware that there is a need to move to the cloud. We will be able to deliver a more elegant UI, deliver more efficient updates, and really just make it more efficient for offices, especially during the pandemic where people were using telehealth and kind of working from home and things like that, and trying to make that a little bit more easily accessible for our offices. Um, Throughout this process, we are working with the technology team at Valsoft. We are exploring multiple different options to understand what is the best way for us to move our software to the cloud. There are so many options out there, so many technologies that we can use, and to really work with that team to try and understand what's best for our offices has really proven extremely useful.
So, speaking about Valsoft, love to kind of understand your impressions of the transition since MacPractice was acquired by Valsoft back in March 2020, kind of a date that has been burned into our minds because of the alignment with the pandemic start. But in any case, tell me from your perspective, what was that transition all about? Having been at MacPractice for so long, definitely you're in an ideal position to really assess that transition and your impressions of the change. So please share.
Yeah, so with any transition, pandemic or not,
Yeah.
those transitions can always be scary. A lot of times when you're going through any kind of transition that involves change, everybody is usually scared. There's a lot of unknowns, a lot of what's going to happen and things like that. Um, and then you throw the pandemic in the mix, which is kind of what happened when we were acquired. There were a lot more unknowns because there were a lot of things that we hadn't done previously. But one of the things that pandemic aside and through the transition that we've really experienced is we have been provided with a vast amount of resources that we didn't have before. Um, so kind of bringing up in the example of working with the technology team at Valsoft, there are a lot of people on that team that allows us to understand some of the requirements to move forward to the cloud because being an on-premise software, we're not as familiar with what that takes.
Mhm.
So they have really helped us understand security benefits and things like that that we can do to assess that cloud migration for our clients. But also migrating to better tools. We have, worked in various different practice management softwares, and we were able to implement a software called Jira to really help make our development process a lot better. And it has definitely been a great experience as far as that goes. And then also to help to have this extended family of companies like our sister companies that we work with, we are able to talk with them and learn from them, where we might have experience a lot in the medical field, but, another software company might have experience in other industries that we're not familiar with. But it's a really good sounding board to allow us to talk with each other and understand the needs of the different industries that we work with.
Well, you've raised some really interesting and strong points there. And a lot of those points I've heard from other subsidiaries as well that we have. We love having you in the family at Valsoft, and love what you've done with your team. So I want to kind of come back now to all the changes that you have brought post that promotion into the leadership role of development. So talk to me about some of those changes you've had regarding your development approach.
Yeah, our development team really felt for a long time that we needed to change things in order to improve. When I first started, even when I first started, midway in my career at MacPractice, started in the development team, we were very waterfall, which means that it took us months and months and months to deliver features, and it would be a full-blown feature that we would send out to customers, and sometimes even to find out that it didn't meet their expectations.
Mhm.
And so switching to the methodology that we're switching to now is the Agile methodology, we are able to deliver products to clients faster and then gather their feedback and make adjustments to give them exactly what they're looking for. We're able to break things down and deliver smaller iterations and deliver those more quickly. So when we do get that feedback from our customers, we can adapt and make adjustments very quickly to suit the customer's needs and deliver the right improvements faster.
So certainly must be a lot more rewarding, not only for the customer to experience those changes quickly and kind of be able to benefit from those improvements, but also for the team, right, to kind of see their work take flight and get that feedback and make modifications quicker. So thank you for explaining that. What are some of the other notable changes that you have brought forward? As I understand, you've done a lot here in the the few months that you've taken the helm. So please share that with us.
Yeah, well, we started and took everything that we knew and threw it away. Really, that is starting fresh with just a new mindset, a new way of doing things is really what is helping us succeed. It is allowing us to really build transparency, both internally with other teams at MacPractice, but also externally, um, and also allow us to shift priorities as needed, quicker and without much interruption. We do hold weekly, or excuse me, bi-weekly retrospective meetings. And retrospective meetings are a way for us to look at a past time frame and inspect and understand what happened during that time frame and make adjustments to make that better in the future. And so we do this every 2 weeks because our sprints are 2 weeks long. So we look at what happened during the past 2 weeks, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we focus on learning and making actionable items over the next sprint to make that better. We have also implemented bi-weekly meetings with every team at MacPractice, from support, sales, business services, and even our AT group. We work with them to talk about what we've accomplished over our past 2 weeks, learn about what needs they've come across in the past couple of weeks, and allow them to provide us with the feedback to improve our current product as they see and they hear on the phones as they're talking to the clients. We also have regular broad monthly roadmap meetings, and these meetings allow us to review our current roadmap and then evaluate any industry trends, talk to the stakeholders about things that they're seeing, and allow us to make changes, because if something becomes more important or more prevalent in the industry, we might need to make adjustments to make that a priority to improve in what we are delivering to our clients. It allows us to avoid gaps in communication because we work so closely with our teams, that it really helps us form that strong bond with all the teams across MacPractice, which is really positive change that we have incorporated.
Amanda, I gotta say, I just love those bold and dramatic changes that you've brought. Really, it has been effective as well. You talked about those broad roadmap meetings by including kind of the customer-facing folks in those routine meetings, and really, requesting for feedback from the market. You've been able to bring in changes that are highly valued by our clients. In fact, I've actually been able to see some data this morning that the average customer at MacPractice has been with you for 11 years. So you've definitely been doing something right. And I just want to congratulate you for all those amazing changes you've brought through. We've seen a ripple effect in terms of the improvement of the culture across MacPractice into the other departments. So kudos on that. Just let's kind of keep on the high note here. What are you excited about for the future at MacPractice?
What I'm most excited about and what our team is most excited about is being able to ship a product that every client wants and needs. I know that's every software company's dream, but we are really making an emphasis on wanting our clients to be happy with the product and doing what we can to ensure that they're happy. So on the other side of that, if someone is leaving MacPractice or has left MacPractice, our team wants to understand why. I want to do what I can to get them back. or prevent them from leaving MacPractice. And then also making a focus to the core of our product. Making it easier for our team to deliver the software to our customers is going to be extremely important as we start to deliver things faster. So improving that software update process has been a huge goal of our team. And we know that clients have felt that it's very cumbersome, especially when you start having multiple computers within an office. We're determined to make this easier to allow clients to update quickly, and that allows us to get the feedback that we want on the software that we're trying to deliver.
I love hearing that persistence, that vision. You've done so much for MacPractice and the growth of MacPractice. Once again, congratulations, and thank you so much for joining me here today. And thank you to the viewers for joining and learning more about MacPractice and Valsoft. Please follow us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or you can visit macpractice.com to learn more about our products and solutions. Thank you so much.